सह वीर्यं करवावहै यस्मिनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। स्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। न तु वस्तु एवं अस्ति नास्ति इति वा विकल्प्यते। विकलनास्तु पुरुषबुद्ध्यपेक्षाः न वस्तु याथात्म्यज्ञानं पुरुषबुद्धि अपेक्षम्। किं तर्हि वस्तुतन्त्रमेव तत्। न हि स्थाणौ एकस्मिन् स्थाणुर्वा पुरुषो वा अन्यो वा इति तत्त्वज्ञानं भवति। तत्र पुरुषः अन्यो वा इति मिथ्याज्ञानं स्थाणुरेव इति तत्त्वज्ञानं वस्तुतन्त्रत्वात्। That we have seen. So, tantram jnanam and Purushatantra Vyapara. Between the two there is Mahat Vailakshana. They are two different things. We do actions as per our need, as per our like and dislike. But when it comes to knowing a thing, then we should know it as it is. As it is, if it is an object, as it is presented by the senses. As an object, as an object. Object as an object. Has no other identity than as presented by the senses. That is what is called a fact is evident, as presented by the senses. And I should know it as it is. That is why there is Vastu Tantram Jnanam. Vastu is available. Object as an object is available. Color is available, as presented by the senses. Then I should know it as it is. And the various adjectives of it, as presented by the senses, I should know those adjectives of an object as they are. All this is called Vastu Tantram Jnanam. And in this there is no like or dislike. There is no choice. Choice means like and dislike, based on like and dislike. And when it comes to the Atma, this is also Vastu. As it is experienced, as it is evident. That is also Vastu. So I should know it as it is evident to me in the totality of experiences. I have to look at myself as it is evident in the waking, in the dream, the deep sleep, as experience. Not as objectified, but as experience. Because I am is an experience. I am aware is an experience. I experience is an experience. I experience the world is an experience. Even though we are using the word experience, it doesn't mean it is a process. It is choicelessly evident. Therefore, what is the subject, that is also Vastu, and knowing it should be as it is evident. Otherwise, this creates a problem. How can I know an object as it is? Because I don't know what it is. You see, I should know it as it is. Only when I know what it is, then I can know as it is. But I don't know what it is. That is why you say, A physical object is called Bhuta Vastu. It is a sense fact. Pramana Siddham Vastu. Atma is Swata Siddham Vastu. As Pramana Siddham, I should know it. I should give my attention to an object as revealed by the senses. Similarly, I should give my attention to myself as it is evident. That's all. I don't have to battle with a reality. Because it is already revealed. An object is already revealed. I don't have to do anything. I should only give my attention to an object as it is revealed. Is it red? I don't really convert it red. It is already there. It's revealed. I should give my attention to an object as it is. Similarly, I should give my attention to myself as it is evident. This is called Vastu Tantram Jnanam. And the Purusha Tantra Vyapara, it has just, doing actions as per one's likes and dislikes. There is a difference. He has spent so many lines to show the difference, because this is the only place where really he tells. Here and there he says, but very elaborately he has shown the difference. In every introduction he talks the difference between Purusha Tantra Vyapara and Vastu Tantra Jnana. Is packed topic. Because that is what is going to make a distinction. That is what makes a difference between Karma Kanda and Vedanta. In fact, in the name of knowledge, people are all the time doing only Purusha Tantra Vyapara. This problem is there. In the name of spirituality, one is doing Purusha Tantra Vyapara. कुछ करते रहते हैं जी, मन में करो, बाहर करो, कहीं भी करो, कुछ करते रहते हैं. बस. Because we are also convinced, you see, that in life कुछ करना चाहिए. करना ही नहीं चाहिए, करके दिखाना चाहिए दुनिया को. That kind of thing, Bhashyakara understands it very well. He knows. And that is why here he says, Tatra Purushaha Anyo Vaiti Mithya Jnanam Sthanurevayati Tattva Jnanam Vastu Tantratvat. Evam, in this manner, from here we have to see, Evam, Bhuta Vastu Vishayanam. Bhuta Vastu, don't translate it as physical facts. Bhuta Vastu means a fact that is. That is called Bhuta Vastu. Bhuta Vastu means Siddha Vastu. Bhutam means Siddham. Siddha Vastu Vishayana Samanyam Vastu Tantra. Bhuta Vastu Vishayana, pertaining to Bhuta Vastu, knowledge pertaining to an accomplished and already obtaining fact. Bhuta Vastu Vishayanam Pramanyam, their validity lies in Vastu Tantram. Any knowledge pertaining to a fact, that is how it should be taken. Any knowledge pertaining to a fact, knowledge pertaining to any fact, its validity, correctness lies in its being true to its nature. Bhuta Vastu Vishayanam Pramanyam Vastu Tantra. Atra evam sati, when it is so, when knowledge is always Vastu Tantram, when it is so, Brahmajnanam api, even Brahmajnanam, Vastu Tantrameva, knowledge pertaining to the unlimited also is Vastu Tantram. It should be true to its nature. So the knowledge of an object must be true to its nature as revealed by the senses. Aram se sun. And the knowledge about Brahman should be true to the nature of Brahman, that is Swata Siddham, not as revealed by Vedanta. Don't take it like this. It is not to be said like this. An object has to be known as revealed, as it is, as revealed by the senses. And Brahman should be known, understood, as revealed by Vedanta. Because the existence of Brahman is not revealed by Vedanta. It is not Pramana Siddham. Not Pramana Siddham. Don't say you should understand Vedanta. You should understand the truth as revealed by Vedanta. You should understand the truth as it is evident. Because the existence of the truth is not made evident by Vedanta. Vedanta points out what is already evident. It only helps us see it as it is. Vedanta helps us see it as it is. See it as it is. It helps us analyze the three states, and then helps us understand, hey, look at yourself as you are. As you are means really as the subject, not as an object of a thought. As Advitiyam, because what are you as you are in Sushupti? As you are in Sushupti. You can't imagine, free from all waking conclusions about oneself, free from all thought in its entirety, that is the Sushupti. That in itself is a very intimate experience, what we call really. It is not an object. It is neither Pratyaksham nor Paroksham. Therefore it is only Aparoksham. It is Anubhava. We have to correct the idea that Sushupti is non-experience. Sushupti is not a state of non-experience. Sushupti is a state of, it is a non-thought, but not non-experience. It is, even if we use the word experience, unfortunately that word experience connotes, unwittingly it gives the connotation of a division called the experiencer and the object of experience and the process of experiencing it. It unfortunately creates it gives that connotation of a subject, object, some kind of thing happening there. A process of experiencing something. There we are using the word experience as synonymous with being. Being is Anubhava. Thinking is thinking. Being is Anubhava. Therefore, Vedanta does not make the existence of Atma evident, it only helps us do vichara. Thus, that statement, just as we should know the objects as revealed by the senses, so should we know Atma as revealed by Vedanta. It doesn't work. As it is, Swata Siddham. This is Pramana Siddham. Pramana Siddham should be known as it is Pramana Siddham. Swata Siddham should be known as it is Swata Siddham. So, tatraivam sati, brahmajnanam api, even brahmajnanam, vastutantrameva. Even brahmajnanam is vastutantram, there is no purushatantra vyapara. You see, why? Bhuta vastu vishayatvat. Because brahmajnanam has bhuta vastu. That also pertains to a Bhuta Vastu. Bhuta Vastu is the Vishaya, the subject matter. Bhuta Vastu is an obtaining fact. Vishaya is the subject matter. For this, Brahmajnanam. Brahmajnanam has, for its subject matter, Brahmajnanam also has Bhutavastu, an accomplished fact, an obtaining fact. Like the knowledge of a pot has for its subject matter the pot or the clay, an object which is Bhutavastu, but as revealed by the senses. That also we call it Bhutavastu. It may not be an eternal fact, but it is a sense-revealed fact because I look upon it as fact. Within avidya I have to call it a fact. Anuvada. Universally we look upon an object as a fact. So that also there we do anuvada. Yes, this fact as revealed by the senses, I have to know it as it is to make it vastu tantram jnanam. Now, just as the knowledge of the objects pertains to the physical facts as revealed by the senses, similarly Brahmajnanam also pertains to Abhutavastu. Therefore, Brahmajnanam evam sati Brahmajnanam api vastu tantrameva tasya Bhutavastu vishayatvat, because Brahmajnanam also pertains to a fact. Now, when Bhashyakara says Brahmajnanam also pertains to a fact, F-A-C-T, fact. The Purvapakshi says, if you say God is a fact, not a belief, if you say it is a fact, then it should be available for senses. Because you can't use a word fact. If you say God is a fact, then it should be available for the senses. And there he says, Nanu, Purvapakshi begins, Sir, Bhuta Vastutve, if God is a fact, meaning if Brahman is a fact, meaning if the source of the universe is a fact, just as the universe is a fact, the source of the universe also, if it is a fact, then we don't require any Shruti, because any fact should be available for the senses. Bhuta Vastutve Brahmanaha, if Brahman is Bhuta Vastu, Sati Saptami, Brahmanaha Bhuta Vastutve, agar Brahma ka Bhuta Vastu hota, Brahmanaha Bhuta Vastutve, Amanantara Vishayatvameva, then it should be available for other pramanas. It should be available for the senses. Or it should be available for anumana. Either it should be available for projection, or it should be available for pratyaksha-based anumana. Because you said in it is a bhuta vastu. God is a fact. Truth is a fact. Brahman is a fact. The source of the universe. Jagat Karanam is a fact, you say. So, Brahmajnanamapi Brahmanaha Pramanantara Vishayatvameva iti Vedanta Vakya Vicharana, doing the Vichara of Vedanta Vakya Vicharana, Anarthika eva. Vicharana Anarthika eva Prapta. प्राप्त हो गया. It amounts to saying that the analysis of Vedanta Vakyas is of no use. Why? You said God is a fact. You see? God is a fact. And tell the world God is a fact. They will laugh at you. क्या बोलते हैं? Says God is a fact. God is a belief, not God is a fact. God is a belief. Vedic culture doesn't say God is a belief. Say God is a fact. Says Bhagavan is a fact, truth is a Brahman is a fact. ननु भूतवस्तुत्वे ब्रह्मणः प्रमाणांतर विषयत्वमेव इति वेदांतवाक्य विचारणा अनर्थिका एव प्राप्त न Siddhanta says no sir, Vedanta Vakya Mimamsa is not useless. Why? Indriya Avishayatvena, by dint of not being, because it is not an Indriya Vishaya. Indriya Vishaya means sense object. Indriya Vishayatva means the status of it. Indriya Vishayatvena means by way of not being an object of the sense. Meaning because it is not a sense object. Indriya Avishayatvena. Indriya Avishayatvena. Because it is not an object of the senses. Indriya Avishayatvena Sambandha Agrahana. Because it is not, the source is not a sense object. Universe is a sense object, but the source of the universe is a fact, but it is not a sense object. Therefore, you can't see the connection between the universe and its source, again, is not a sense object. Universe is a sense object, let us say, and it is Indriya Vishaya. For the time being, let us accept it. Universe is a Indriya Vishayam, but the Jagat Karanam is not a sense object, and therefore the connection between the creation, the sense object, and the source, the non-sense object, that connection cannot be again a sense object. It cannot be an object of mind. I mean, it's not available to be seen. That connection is not available to be seen through my senses. Like pot is a Indriya Vishaya, clay also is Indriya Vishaya. There the Karyam is Indriya Vishaya, Karanam also is Indriya Vishaya. That is okay. But Jagat is Indriya Vishayam, Jagat Karanam is not Indriya Vishayam. So because it is not Indriya Vishayam, the connection between the universe and Brahman also is not Indriya Vishayam. See the problem. What is the actuality and what Jiva thinks? The big difference. Says Indriya Avishayatvena Sambandha Agrahana. Sambandha ka grahana na hone ke karan se it cannot be Pramanantara Vishayam. That is the answer. Purvapakshi said it should be Pramanantara Vishayam. If Brahman is a Bhuta Vastu, then it should be available for other Pramanas. That is called Pramanantara Vishayam. But Brahman can't be Pramanantara Vishayam. Why? Because it is not Indriya Vishayam, and also the sambandha between the universe and its source is not a Indriya Vishaya. Karyam alone is Indriya Vishaya, Karanam is not Indriya Vishaya, therefore Karyakarana Sambandha is not Indriya Vishaya. Therefore, if I go on using the senses to find out its source, I can never. Because senses can only illumine sense objects. And if I go on really excavating into the sense objects, it is still sense objects. You dig deep into matter. However deep you may dig into matter, it is still is still matter. You don't go really deeper than space. Space is the subtlest thing among the physical. Therefore, indriya avishayattvena sambandha grahanat svabhavataha, by nature. Vishaya vishayani. Indriyani. The senses pertain only to objects, that is their subject matter. Vishaya, Vishayani. Vishaya is the what? Object. Second Vishaya is what? Subject matter. Vishaya, Vishayani, Indriyani. You have to get this phrase in Sanskrit, otherwise Vishaya, Vishayani. Vishaya means objects. वो जो विषय है वही इंद्रियों का विषय है. जो विषय है, जो आकाश, वायु, अग्नि, आप, पृथ्वी इत्यादि, जो घटपटा इत्यादि जो चीजें हैं, वही इंद्रियों का टॉपिक है. इंद्रियों का. सो द फर्स्ट विषय मीन्स ऑब्जेक्ट. द सेकंड विषय इज The second Vishaya is topic. Second Vishaya is topic. Pertaining to, that is called Vishaya. Like Vedanta is Brahma Vishayaha. What does it mean? Vedanta's topic is Brahma. So Vedantaha Brahma Vishayaha. Karma Kanda is Karma Vishayaha. Karma Kandaha Karma Vishayaha. Vedantaha Brahma Vishayaha. Similarly, Sangeeta Grantha, a book of Sangeeta Vishayaha. Itihasa, the book of Itihasa is what? Itihasa Vishayaha. Vyakarana Vishayaha. Similarly, the senses are what? What are the senses? विषया विषया. इतनी देर के बाद भी नहीं समझा. विषया विषया. विषया की उसका जो पहला विषय का अर्थ क्या है? ऑब्जेक्ट. दूसरा विषय का टॉपिक. जो इंद्रियों का जो विषय क्या, व्हाट आर दीस इंद्रियास? विषया विषयाणी इंद्रियाणी. इंद्रिया इज न्यूट्रल जेंडर है ना, इसलिए इंद्रियम इंद्रिय यानी. व्हाट आर दीस इंद्रियास? विषया विषयाणी. दे ओनली पर्टेन टू विषयास. विषया विषयाणी इंद्रियाणी. हाँ, ना ब्रह्म विषयाणी. These senses, the topic of the senses is not Brahma, na Brahma Vishayani. Vishaya Vishayani Indriyani na Brahma Vishayani. Don't have Brahman as that topic. Therefore, Satihi Indriya Vishayatve. If Brahman were Indriya Vishaya, Satihi, agar hota. Satihi means agar hota. Indriya Vishayatve. If Brahman were an object of the senses, if Brahman were the topic of senses or an object of the senses, Satihi Indriya Vishayatve Brahmanaha Brahmaka. If Brahman were an object of the senses, then idam Brahmana sambaddham karyamiti grihyeta. Idam, this prapancha, idam jagat, Brahmana sambaddham. Brahmana, Brahma ke saath, sambaddham, connected. Badh, baddham, sambaddham, nishtha. समझ गए ना? बद्ध, बद्धनाति, निष्ठा, बद्धम, with संबद्धम. ब्रह्मणा ब्रह्म के साथ संबद्धम, it's connected to Brahman. Idam brahmana sambaddham. Karyam, the creation. Idam karyam, this creation is connected to Brahman, the source. Iti, in this manner, grihyeta, should be known. It should be available to be seen. Grihyeta, vidhilinga hai, yak hai, grihadhatu. Grihadhatu ka yak and vidhiling. Should be known. If Brahman were a sense object, if Jagat is a sense object, and the source of the Jagat called Brahman, if that too were, if that too were a sense object, then it should be easily known, it should be available to be understood that the universe is connected to Brahman, like pot is Indriya Vishaya and clay also is Indriya Vishaya. Therefore I am able to really, I see the connection between the pot and clay. I am able to see the connection between pot and clay by the same senses. Light is Indriya Vishaya and the curd is also Indriya Vishaya. Therefore one sense object changes and becomes another sense object. Therefore this process is available for observation. Therefore I can connect the effect to the source. If the effect is the sense object and the cause, the source also was the sense object, then I should be able to refer the effect to its source. I should be able to refer the creation to its source with the help of the senses, like I can refer the pot to clay. With the same senses I can say this pot is connected to clay because both are Indriya Vishaya. I can connect the curd to milk because both are Indriya Vishaya. Therefore, if Brahman also were Indriya Vishaya, then if it were true that Brahman is the sense object, then it should be available to be understood that the whole Jagat is connected through the senses themselves. I should be able to trace the universe to its source, the Brahman. But is it possible? Because the senses can only see the karyam, but not karam. जो भी हम देखते हैं कार्य के अंदर ही आते हैं. However much you dig it out. Therefore, स्वभावतः विषय विषयाणि इंद्रियाणि न ब्रह्म विषयाणि सति ही इंद्रिय विषयत्वे. सति ही अगर इंद्रिय का विषय होता ब्रह्म का, इदम ब्रह्मणा संबद्धम, idam karyam brahmana sambadham, this creation is connected to Brahma iti grihyeta. It should be known, it would be known. It should be known, but it is not known and it cannot be known. Therefore, Brahman is not Indriya Vishaya. If Brahman is not Indriya Vishaya, then your first statement that if Brahman were a fact, it should be available for other pramanas is wrong. And fact does not mean that it should be an object. Fact means not an object. Fact means it should be evident. Even an object is, we call it a fact, not because it is physical. A physical object we call it a fact, not because it is physical, an object, but because it is evident, it is revealed by the sense. I have a sense of reality about it, I call it. It's evident to me. It's not non-evident. Ultimately it may be a false, that is a different matter, but within avidya it is fact. It is evident to be. It's evident to be. Similarly, the one who knows the whole whole Jagat, the one who knows, whose knowledge is, जो जानता है सारी विषयों को, the person who is aware of this Srishti is also evident to be. So the subject is also of fact. That is also Bhutavastu. One is a Pramana Siddham Bhutavastu. And the subject, the Atma, the subject, the conscious being is a Swatasiddha Bhutavastu. Because the evidence of the object's existence is evidenced by consciousness, knowledge. Whereas the existence of consciousness is not evidenced by another consciousness. Minus the consciousness, there cannot be any evidence of any object or its absence. I mean, you can't think of even total shunyam. Even shunyam has to be evidenced by consciousness, because nissakshikata is impossible even to imagine. Nissakshikata. You can't think of anything, you can't speculate anything without the light of awareness. Therefore, now the existence of that awareness again is not evidenced by another awareness. That's why awareness, when we say, the subject, when we say it is Swatasiddham, and that is the experience, that is the evidence. That is known to me is evident. Even when you say, I am not there in deep sleep, that is also known to you. That statement, that I am not, that conclusion, that wrong conclusion that I am not there is also known. Nothing can be thought of without the being. Therefore here it says, an object is Bhutavastu, not because it is physical. An object is a fact not because it is an object, but because it is evident to be. Similarly, the self, the truth also, the unlimited also is a fact. Awareness also is a fact, because it is evident to be. To be evident to be is what makes it a fact, Bhutavastu. When it comes to the action, it is not evident to be. I have to create. I have to create it. It's not evident to be. An action is not a fact. An action is an action. I have to bring it about. And the result also. And the result of an action, please don't look upon the result of an action as an object. The result of an action is ultimately Sukha Vritti or Dukkha Vritti. In between mess, you don't have to worry. Result of a good deed is, it brings about Sukha Vritti in my mind. Somehow or other it manipulates a Sukha Vritti in my mind. And a Dukkha karma, Dushta karma or Papa karma brings about Dukkha Vritti in my mind. And that Vritti also is not a fact. It comes about. Sukha Vritti comes about, Dukkha Vritti comes about. Therefore, action is not Bhutavastu, and Sukham and Dukkham also, it is not Bhutavastu. It is evident to be. When the Sukham takes place, it is evident to be. When Dukkham takes place, it is evident to be. That is not called evident to be. To be evident to be means without any effort on my part, without my choice. Is independent of my choice means independent of my choice-born action. Independent of my choice-born action. Sukha vritti, dukha vritti are not independent of my action. Therefore, it is not called bhuta vastu. Universe is bhuta vastu. Okay? That I am an individual comes under bhuta vastu, because that is also, it is not that I have to perform an action and as a result of it I become a jiva. I have to be already I'm a jiva. It may be false ultimately, that is a different matter. But within avidya it looks bhuta vastu. Jagat is bhuta vastu. My individuality is bhuta vastu. That this body etc. comes under bhuta vastu. And the one who is aware, one is pramana siddha bhuta vastu, the other is, and this particular classification, the language we change as we proceed ahead. What we call the pramana siddham, the pramana, the senses as well as the sense objects are both kalpita in Brahma. Therefore, what we call pramana siddha prapancha, we call it as avidya, kalpita, senses as well as sense objects. One is the swata siddha atma, the rest is all avidya, kalpitam within that Brahman. But when we are talking about what is Purushatantra Vyapara and Vastutantra Jnanam, there in that context we do look upon the objects as Pramana Siddham. But Pramanas themselves are Avidya Kalpitam, therefore Pramana Siddham also Avidya Kalpitam. What is Pramanam is Avidya Kalpitam, because Adhyasa presupposing Adhyasa alone are all the Pratyakshadi Pramanani. You understand? No? Vidhi Pratishedha Parani, Moksha Parani. They are all presupposing Adhyasa. They are all Adhyasta. But that is a different thing. But to begin with, we say an object is Pramana Siddham of fact, and the knowledge of it must be as revealed by the senses, Vastu Tantram. Similarly, the Brahman also being a fact, I should know myself as I am evident. As I am. And Vedanta helps me understand as I am. Vedanta helps me think as I am. Therefore, Brahman also is Bhuta Vastu. Bhuta Vastu means what? Evident to be. Therefore, the moment we hear the word fact, we don't have to jump to the conclusion that it should be available for the senses and inference. Clear? Satihi indriya vishayatve brahmanaha idam brahmana sambaddham karyamiti grihyeta. But here, karyamatrame grihyamana. The present position is that the universe is seen. Karyamatra. The Srishti alone is seen. Karyamatrame hi, karyamatrame tu, keval karya hi, grihyamanam, being perceived. Shanach pratyaya. Yak grihyamanam. Being seen. Karyamatrame tu, grihyamanam. Only the Srishti alone is seen. And it is difficult to find out, it is impossible to find out, kim brahmana sambaddham, This creation that is being seen, only creation is seen, the source is not seen because the source is not a sense object. Therefore, kim Brahmana sambandham? Is it connected to Brahman? Is the creation connected to some Brahman, the unlimited being, the soul? Kim Brahmana sambandham? Kim anyena kenachidva sambandham? Kim anyena kenachidva sambandham? Or is it connected to something else? Is it connected to Brahman? Or is it connected to something else? Anyena kenachidva? और किसी दूसरे से के साथ संबंधित है, अन्येन केनचिद्वा संबंधम इति, इस प्रकार अशक्यम निश्चेतुम, it's not possible to determine. Not shakyam, it's not possible. Through the senses I cannot refer, through the senses I can't figure out the connection of the universe with its source. Maybe we cannot refer the universe to its source, the Brahman, but maybe Brahman is not the source, some material thing is the source, so we can connect the universe to its source, another material thing. No, material thing is not the source because anything material comes under creation. Bas. वो सारी नहीं बताते भाष्यकार, तब तो ना हो जाएंगे. Anything bhautikam, anything physical comes under srishti. What is the difference between matter and matter? Physical matter, objectifiable, objectifiable. Therefore, it is not neither the connection be seen between the creation and the source, nor can the connection be inferred. Because we infer what is available for us. It is wrong to conclude what we can't see we can infer. No, all that we see is seeable. All that is inferred is also seeable. What is within pratyaksha? If it is nitya paroksham, it cannot be an object of inference. Fire also is a sense object. In a given situation, I don't see, but I see the smoke, I know the connection. The connection between the fire and the smoke is not a matter of inference, understand? Vyapti is pratyaksha. Vyapti jnanam is not a matter of inference. That there is a connection between smoke and fire is a matter of, it is indriya, jnanam, it is a pratyaksham. Pratyaksha jnanam, that means smoke is pratyaksham, agni also is pratyaksham, the connection is pratyaksham, with, this is called vyapti. Wherever there is smoke, there is fire, there is vyapti jnanam. Based upon this vyapti jnanam, whenever I see smoke but I don't see the fire, then I make an inference, there should be fire. Bas itna hi hai. Now you can't simply say, karyam we see, karanam we don't see, and therefore we infer the unseen cause through the seen effect. This philosophical statement. Through the seen cause, through the seen effect, we infer the unseen cause. Up to that all right. But we better make a clause. But you can't infer through the seen effect, you can't infer the unseeable cause. Unseen all right, but not unseeable. Unseeable is different from unseen. The unseen source can be inferred through the seen creation, but unseeable source can't be inferred through the seen creation. Brahman is not unseen, but unseeable. It is never a sense object. Able to follow. Therefore, that means what we see is pratyaksham, what we infer also is pratyaksham. Within the pratyaksham is anumana. Anumana does not, please understand, anumana is not. Anumana helps you where pratyaksha fails, is a bhranti. Anumana is a part of pratyaksha. Or it is inside pratyaksha, not outside pratyaksha. It is in the realm of pratyaksha. Inside pratyaksha, not outside pratyaksha. Now if Brahman is not pratyaksha vishayam, now kim idam karyam brahmana sambaddham kim anyena kenachidva sambaddham iti nishchetum na shakyam. Na shakyam, it is not possible. Nishchetum, chetum, chidhatu, tumun pratyaya. Nischinoti. तुमुन प्रत्यय का ची धातु का चेतुम, क्री धातु का खर्चुम, गम धातु का गंतुम. इतना तो मालूम होना चाहिए. निश्चेतुम, निश्चय करने के लिए it is not possible to, it is not that it is very difficult to know Bhagavan through the senses. It is not that it is very difficult to know Bhagavan through the senses. Then you have to at least give him 3-4 months time to see the difference between difficulty and impossibility. 4-5 महीना लगेंगे. Even then it may not be possible for him to see the difference, or it may not be easy. He says, na shakyam nishchetum. It's not possible. It's impossible to determine the connection of the universe with its source. Tasmat, therefore, and now you connect this. Tasmat, therefore. Janmadi Sutram, these Brahma Sutras, this particular sutra, Janmadi Jasyataha, this particular sutra, Tasmat Janmadi Sutram, na anumana upanyasartham. It is not meant to help you infer the source. Na anumana upanyasartham. It is not really trying, it is not a statement of inference. Na anumana upanyasa. Upanyasa means batane ke liye. Na upanyasa artham. Asdhatu. नी प्लस अस्धातु दिवादिगण, दिवादिगण का अस्धातु, नी प्लस अस, न्यस, उपा प्लस नी प्लस अस्धातु उपन्यासः. उसका नाउन फॉर्म विल बी उपन्यासः. उपन्यासः. Upanyasa means what? To say. Na anumana upanyasa artham. Janmadi Sutram. Janmadi Sutram is not meant to talk about. Anumana is not meant to facilitate, is not meant to help the student infer the source of Jagat, infer the source of the Jagat. That means Brahma Sutras are not meant to, they are not meant to help you infer the truth. That means they are not just restating the books of Anumana inference. They are not working, they are not functioning in the realm of Anumana Pramana. Brahma Sutras are not a book of, Brahma Sutras are not a book of inference. Therefore they are not a book of just simple, pratyaksha-based logic. Janmadi Sutram na upan. Why? Just now we said, he has given the logic. I say, if Brahman were a sense object, then you can see it or infer it. Because for seeing it, it has to be a sense object. Even for inferring it, it has to be a sense object. Brahman is not a sense object. Therefore, Anumana is of no use. Therefore, Janmadi Sutram is not meant for facilitating any Anumana of the truth. Now, Anumana Upanyasa, therefore it is Vakya Mimamsa. Vakya is a Pramana. Vedanta Vakya is a Pramana, pointing to the truth that is Swataha Siddham. For understanding that Vakya, to facilitate the understanding of the Vakyas, Vedanta Vakyas, Brahma Sutras are analyzing the Vakyas which are pointing to the truth that based upon Anubhava. The Swataha Siddha, Anubhava Siddha, Atma is pointed out by the Vedanta Vakyas. Those Vakyas are analyzed by Brahma Sutras, meaning Brahma Sutras are only teaching Brahman by way of analyzing Vakyas. Vakya Mimamsa, meaning Brahma Mimamsa. They are analyzing, they are only unfolding the truth. They are unfolding the Brahman by way of Vakya Mimamsa. Therefore, the topic of the Brahma Sutras is what? The topic of Brahma Sutras is Brahman is the topic. That is why Brahma Jignasa, Karmani Shashti, what is the central topic? Brahman is the topic. When Brahman is the topic, then whatever is required to know that, unfold that topic, that also comes under analysis. Rajasam Gacchati. Here goes the king. Therefore, what does it imply? The retinue also goes. So, what is the central topic? Raja. Raja. Similarly, Athato Brahma Jignasa. Here begins the Brahma Jignasa, means the unfoldment of Brahman, knowledge of Brahman. Brahman is the topic, and for understanding that topic, whatever is required. And what is required? Vakya Mimamsa, because that is the Pramanam, Shabda Pramanam, which points to what is Swata Siddham. Therefore, the purpose of the Brahma Sutras is to unfold Brahman by way of Vakya Mimamsa. Vakya Mimamsa. Vakya is the Mimamsyam here. Therefore it is not Anumana Upanyasa. It is Vakya Mimamsa, but not Anumana Upanyasa. It is not just Pratyaksha based Anumana, even though we use logic, but that is again nothing but it is inseparable from the Anubhav. It is like saying, hey, your mind, you experience the beginning of your own mind, you experience the end of your own mind. Now the beginning of one's mind and the end of one's mind, is it Indriya Vishaya? The beginning of the mind, one's own mind, and the end of one's own mind is what? Is it one's Indriya Vishaya? One's own negation of one's own mind is not Indriya Vishaya. But that is experience. And based upon that Anubhava, what do we say? Say anything that begins and ends, it cannot be the Visheshana of the one who survives the mind. So mind has Vyatireka. And the one who experiences the beginning and end of the mind has no Vyatireka. So the Vyatireka doesn't qualify. What has? Anvaya. Now this is on called really Nyaya. Now is this Nyaya based upon Pratyaksha? It is not based on Pratyaksha. Therefore here he says, well, sir, tasmat janmadi sutram na anuman upanyasartham kim tarihi. तो फिर किस अर्थ के लिए है? वेदांत वाक्य प्रदर्शनार्थम. It is meant to show the Vedanta Vakya Pradarshana. Janmadi Sutra is meant to explain away Vedanta Vakya. Vedanta का वाक्य की अर्थ का प्रदर्शन के लिए. Vedanta Vakya Pradarshanaartha means Vedanta Vakya Artha Pradarshana. Anmatyasya, this particular sutra is not inferring some Brahman. They say this is something that is stated by Veda. Vedanta is the pramana. In the matter of the existence of Brahma, nothing is a pramana. It is swataha, it is self-existent. But in the matter of understanding it, Vedanta, that also in fact, it is not the Vedanta that helps me understand, it is my own anubhava. It helps me look at my, that's all. That's all. The words turn my attention to, it teaches me to differentiate between pratyaksham, paroksham, aparoksham. It helps me look at what is evident. Nothing, no other pramana. Senses can't turn my attention to anubhavas. Senses, inference also pertains to Vishaya Vishaya. Senses are Vishaya Vishayas. Anumana is Vishaya Vishaya. Arthapatti, Anupalapti, Upamana are Vishaya Vishayas. Therefore, they always draw my attention to Vishayas. They cannot ask me, they cannot tell me to look at your Anubhava. Then what can really tell me to look at my Anubhava? Only words, Shabda, only words. If God wants me to look at myself, He can't use His senses or my senses to turn my attention to myself. He can only use words, Shabda. Shabda becomes the pramanam in registering, in turning one's attention to Anubhava. Therefore, Vakya Pradarshanaartham Kim punaha tad Vedanta Vakyam? Purvapakshi now asks a question. Alright, sir, what is that Vakya? That is the topic of this sutra. Kim punaha tad Vakyam? तो फिर वो वाक्य क्या है? यत जो सूत्रेणा, सूत्र के द्वारा इहा हिया लिलक्षयिषितम, संप्रत्यय लिलक्षयिषितम, लक्षयितुम इष्टम, समझाने के इष्ट है. What is that vakya that is cited here? What is that vakya that is quoted here as lakshayitu means jnapayitu ishtam. What is this vakya? That is really Mimamsa ka Vishaya. What is that vakya which is cited here to show that Brahman is only Shabda Pramana Vishayam, not Anumana Pramana Vishayam? ये कौन सी विषय है, कौन सी वाक्य है? And that Siddhartha says, Vrigirvaivarunihi varunam vidaram upasasara adhihi bhagavo brahmeti. So we have, like this there are thousands of vakyas. At that time he remembered Taittiriya, that's all. और कुछ नहीं है. लिखते थे, बहुत वाक्य है जी. तदेव सौम्येदमग्रासीद एकमेवा द्वितीयम. हर कोने कोने में वाक्य है. ब्रह्म को जगत कारण बताने वाला वाक्य हजारों हैं, लेकिन at that time he remembered Bhrigu. Says Bhrigu, so look at this particular vakya. in Bhriguvalli, Bhrigu, the son of Varuna, goes to his father, Varuna, and tells him, please teach me Brahma Vidya. Whatever. This is called Suputra. Son going to the father and says, please teach me Brahma Vidya. It's a tapasvi. These are all really very great. At least one should look at the whole culture, the beauty of the whole Vedic culture. Even if you can't follow, it doesn't matter. All that we see great, we don't have to follow. But at least we should know. He goes there, Brigurvai Varunihi, Varunam Pitaram Upasasara. Varunam Pitaram, Varuna ko, Pitaji ko, Upasasara. Upasasara licked. बहुत बाद में आएंगे. Upasasara, he approached his father. And what did he say? Adhihi. Lord, Adhihi. May you be Bhagavaha, means hey Bhagavan. Brahma, Brahma ko. Brahma is here, karma behind. Brahma Brahmani Brahmani. Brahma Brahmani Brahmani. So Brahma to karma भी. So Brahma के बारे में बताओ. Adhihi, hey Bhagavan. Brahma, please teach me about Brahma. Iti upakramya, and starting from here, this is how the story begins. And later on, the father unfolds the lakshanam of Brahma, the nature of Brahma. What is Brahman? He says, upakramya, 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 upakramya. Lyap, upakramya, karma dhatu, utupat, sarga, and lyap becomes upakramya. Then Varuna says, what does he say? He gives the nature, he defines truth. Yato va imani bhutani jayante, yena jatani jivanti, yat prayanti abhisamvishanti, tad vijijñāsasva, tad brahmeti. Says yataha means yasma. Just another 5 minutes. Yataha, from which? Just to say. Yataha means yasma. Just to say, why indeed? Imani bhutani. Idam ime? Imani bhutani, bhutam bhutani. All these individuals. Whole creation. Yataha imani bhutani jayante. Jayante are born. Jayante. Are you able to follow? Imani bhutani jayante. Yena jatani. Yena. Jatani having been born. Jatani. Jata means born. Jatani having been born. Born. Yena jisse jivanti. जीते हैं. born जिससे जीते हैं. यस्मात् ब्रह्मणः जायन्ते. यस्मात् जायन्ते येन जीवन्ति. यत् जिसको प्रयन्ति. यन्ति. यन्ति means गच्छन्ति. प्रयन्ति means completely go back. Prayanti. Ati samvishanti. They not only go back to it, they become one with it. No difference. That is called Sat-Sampatti. They go back to it and they enter it. Means what? Sat-Sampatti. जिसमें लय हो जाते हैं. यत् प्रयन्ति अति संविशन. तत् उसको विजिज्ञासस्व. विजिज्ञासस्व मतलब ज्ञातुम इच्छस्व. ज्ञातुम इच्छा और ज्ञातुम इच्छस्व. जानने के लिए इच्छा करो. ज्ञासस्व विज्ञातुम इच्छस्व. इच्छा विजिज्ञासस्व. तत् ब्रह्म, वही ब्रह्म है. इति, इस प्रकार वरुणा said to. Now what is this Vakya? Is it Anumana? He says there is something evident. He says, from which everything is born, and on which everything is sustained, and unto which everything goes back, that is Brahma. That means everything being born should be evident to me. जिससे सारी हो रहा है should be evident to me. It should be siddham. जिससे sustained by what should be siddham. Going back also should be siddham. Then alone I can register. Then alone I can know. Supposing it is not in from where they are coming, from where they are sustained, and supposing it is something Nitya Paroksham Brahma something, then I can never know. Jagrat Swapna Sushupti is what? Yato va imani bhutani jayante yena jatani jivanti yat prayanti abhisam vishuddhi sushupti. The Advitiyam itself is what? The source. And Jagrat is Srishti and Sthiti, and itself again goes back means what? Laya. Therefore Jagrat and Sushupti, are they two? No. Within Advitiyam begins the Jagrat, within the Advitiyam resorts the Jagrat. Therefore it is Siddham. Therefore go and do tapasya. Go and do tapasya means what? Go and do vichara. Where is the Anumana here? This Vakya is only pointing to one's own Anuvas, in the light of the whole Shastra. Okay? The last few lines we'll see in the next class. When he does there's a lot of prasanga which we will see. First he goes and does the Anumana. This is the problem. He tries to go by Pratyaksha. He tries to go by Anumana. He makes a mistake. Bhrigu first goes, समझ गया. 15 दिन ऋषिकेश में रहा, फिर वापस आ गया भृगु के पास. मैंने समझ गया. अन्नम ब्रह्मेदि विजानात्, प्राणम ब्रह्मेदि विजानात्, मनो ब्रह्मेदि विजानात्, विज्ञानम ब्रह्मेदि विजानात्. Either he used the Pratyaksha or he used the Anumana, and he made mistakes. And when he took the Anubhava, then he said, Anandat cheva kalvimani bhutani jayante. Anandam. Anandam is not an Indriya. Peacefulness of one's being, is it Indriya Vishaya? Beingness of one's being is not Indriya Vishaya. That is Anandam. That Anandam is not a quality of Atma. Anandam is Anantam. Atma as Anantam is Anandam. That is not Indriya Vishayam. Therefore he makes conclusions. And what are the conclusions that makes? And ultimately, now in this manner, that is Nirnayak Vakya. You see, Nirnayak Vakya is what? That Anandam is the soul. He only said, Jisse sab hota hai, jisse, from which everything comes, on which everything sustains, and unto which everything goes back, that is Brahma. That is just jisse hota hai, wahi Brahma. And that is the Vichara Vakya. Now, what is the Nirnayak Vakya? What is that? Jiska matlab kya hai? Anandam. Atma. Atma. Anantam. Atma as Anandam, and Anantam is the source of the Jagat, and the substance of the Jagat, and dissolving point of the Jagat. That is what? Nirnayaka Vakya. The determining Vakya. This, I think we will go into this topic next. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. disciples must be there, I don't know. You can inquire, there is some people here, they come here, make it. But I just come here to take a class and go. I come from Rishikesh. कोई आश्रम स्वामी दयानंद जी हमारा गुरु जी है, कभी कभी आते. Library is there, but you don't find librarians there. So, but if you have to get the answer to your question, then do one thing. Take the telephone number, and once in a while, generally on Sundays they come, and the authorities, those who are in charge, they should know. They will give you all the knowledge. Direct disciples of Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi must be there. अब डायरेक्ट ही आएगी, indirect disciples तो ये क्या है? Direct disciples. This is another phrase that has come into. You get a higher pedestal if you are a direct disciple. If you are a little paramparaya disciple, not sakshat shishya, you are a paramparaya shishya, then you get it. What is it? When you want to have direct disciple, what do you do? Ramana Maharshi has written something. Look into it. This parampara, one beautiful thing about Vedanta is there is no difference between the jnanam in the mind of Dakshinamurti, the jnanam in the mind of Govindapada, jnanam as gained by Govindapada or Gaudapada or Shankaracharya or yourself. If it is Vastu Tantra Jnanam, there can't be, because Vastu mein koi farak nahi. Whether it is Shankara's Sushupti or Dakshinamurti's Sushupti or your Sushupti, it is. And Shruti has said, Varaho va, Vriko va, Kito va, Patango va, Yadyat gacchati, tad agacchati. Name is Advitiya. No difference. If it is a Purusha Tantra Vyapara, a mysticism, then some kind of mystical experience, a given experience, not Svatasiddha experience. But what they call spiritual experience is not Anubhava, it is a thought, a pratyaya. Anubhava, strictly speaking, is only Vastu. What they call Anubhava is a pratyaya. They call it experience, because it is a peculiar pratyaya. It is nothing but some kind of pratyaya, some belief. They see light. It is a pratyaya, not experience. Anubhava is something that is, the very person is Anubhava, Rupam. आप ले लीजिए, इतना नहीं चाहिए, लेकिन just भी ले लीजिए. Whoever feels like. Mysticism is something, Purusha Tantra, subjective, because the kind of experience you have, a mystical experience, you can't convey a mystical experience. It is not a mystical experience, it is a mystical thought, some kind of belief, some wonky thought, which they call spirituality. And because you can't convey mysticism, not factual, so then it is mysticism. What is the use of having a person as a guru who has a mystical experience which he can't convey to me? What is the use? You can't convey a given thought. You can't. What is conveyed is the truth which should be there with me. It is not that you transfer from your mind to my mind some kind of feeling. It is not something, Shaktipata. Shaktipata is transferring. I transfer everything into it. There is nothing. See, what we call and what they call. One is absolutely profound and great. That is the actuality. And what we make of our culture is all trash. I believe. But everybody sits and then sits down and then they say, everybody comes and sits, and I attended that one program, that is why I am telling. In the south, in Vizag, I have was taken by, because one of my students there, he was associated with them also, so I had to apply, otherwise I would lose a student. A lot of times this happens, otherwise given to myself, I won't go to any else. Not interesting. And I said, all right, I'll come. I went there. He's sitting there, some muni. What if for 1 hour, not one word, he says, Shaktipat. You sit down there, you get enlightened. I was seeing everybody. Everybody was closing an eye and I was sitting and then seeing what are they doing. Even he was opening his eyes once in a while and looking. I said, what is this dunya, I tell you? Ye dunya itna pagal dunya hai. Itni pagal dunya. And he says all the energy will flow into the others' dimag. And everybody says also, yes, I felt something, like king's new clothes. Because if you did not get the effect, that means you are not adhikari. Because in Vizag, there were some money associations. But in order not to be called anadhikari, you have to say, I also did. Exactly like king's new clothes. King's new clothes. As idiot, like a baby, he comes out. He had no clothes on. And they said, only the wise can see king's new clothes. And nobody wanted to be called unwise. So yes, I also am seeing clothes. Ultimately, the whispers came. In this world is nothing but king's new clothes. Did you go to that talk? Isn't it very beautiful? Yes, I am. Very beautiful. Did you first say, isn't it very beautiful? Let him say. Why do you influence his mind? See, maybe he wanted to say it's nothing. And you already said, isn't it beautiful? Now he doesn't want to contradict. It is beautiful. See? When you want to find out somebody's opinion, don't bias his mind. How do you find it? Supposing Pali told me, isn't it very beautiful? Then that means the other person doesn't want to say, no, it is not beautiful. Why? Because why create an argument? Beautiful. In this manner, it is all what. See, you can see for yourself what the Shastra is talking. Shastra is not some mysticism. It is just a bhutavastu vishayam, talking about a fact, a truth, an unmissable, self-evident truth is the topic of our culture. The greatness of Vedic culture is Bhutavastu is its Vishaya. Bhutavastu is the Vishaya, not belief or mysticism is the Vishaya. Then they say, this, that. समझदार व्यक्ति को व्याकरण पढ़ना है, हम थोड़ा बहुत संस्कृत पढ़ो, ना भी पढ़ेंगे तो कोई बात नहीं, वेदांत को पढ़ना चाहिए. Traditionally, बाकी सब छोड़ो. In fact, if you want to do something, sit down and do Gayatri. Hey Bhagavan, Jiyo Yona Prachul. Prayer. Hey Bhagavan, help me understand, inspire me to study Shastram, inspire me to go for my walk every day, inspire me to do the right things, make me a samajhdar person because it's such a short life, and inspire me to go into the Shruti. That can be, if you want to do something, Purusha Tantra Vyapara, this is the best Vyapara. What is it? Dhiyo yona prachodaya. Just cry in your heart for life. Cry in your heart. Crying is a Purusha Tantra Vyapara. And if you like Purusha Tantra Vyapara, not Vastu Tantra Vichara, then cry in your heart for the light, for understanding what the Shruti says. That is much better rather than taking to this and that.